I'm not a gambler. I just gamble a lot.
Catering.
Look, man,
It's not the same.
I just like to see flop.
That's how I feel about fucking Blitz Bankroll. I fold and I hate it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. No.
Stone Cold bluff. It was a very good bluff.
Do you want to call?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the HGSOP home game series of poker. I'm your humble host, Blitz Bankroll, and next to me at the casting desk today, I've got my friend, Blitz Bankroll.
It's good to be here, Blitz Bankroll. I'm Blitz Bankroll, and I'm excited for the lineup we have tonight. Some real heavy hitters.
Yes, we do. And not to cut you off, but it looks like in our very first hand of the night, last year's reigning champion of the HGSOP, Blitz Bankroll, has just picked up pocket tens under the gun.
He's made a standard raise to $2. But Marvin looks like he's already a non-believer. It's the first hand.
Maybe the Sharingan behind his sunglasses is telling him he's got the best hand.
You know, I've been saying it for years. Everyone's worried about GTO Wizard, but Sharingans, you gotta ban those.
Marcus on the button with 2 cards is going to find a 4-bet to $14.
I love this. These three guys are fighting for pots immediately. And that could be a real good hand, or he could just not be a fan of the min click.
Big fan of Marcus. Always have been, known for having a sick crib. Bit of a tighter player, but always knows when to choose his spots.
Indeed. How long has he been a professional poker player again?
0 years, Blitz Bankroll. This is a home game.
Oh yeah, right.
Looks like both of our players are gonna find the call, and we're going 3 ways to a flop.
Looks like an overpay for Blitzed Bankroll and something for the other two.
Or nothing. Can't see their cards.
It's gonna check all the way around to the Music Man himself.
2 dozen chips. No free cards, he says.
You know, I actually really love this bet. The players aren't that deep yet, so it sets up nicely for a turn-based jam, which is going to play nicely for a lot of his big, strong pocket pairs like aces and kings, but he's also going to have a lot of ace-king, ace-queen, and he knows that Blitz Bankroll, when he calls a 4-bet, is going to have a lot of pairs like jacks, tens, that are not going to want to just fold in this spot, but are going to be put under a lot of pressure to a turn jam.
Oh wait, but what is this? Blitz Bankroll just shoving in the rest of his stack and saying, if you got it, you got it. Can't say I agree with this play. He only gets called by better.
Yeah, can't say I'm a fan of this one. Sure, it folds out ace-king, but you want to keep in those bluffs so you can get paid more on the turn when he misses.
Marvin gets out of the way. And unfortunately, Marcus is just going to snap him off this time and show him pocket kings.
Looks like Blitz Bankroll's going to get stacked once again on his very first hand.
We are playing Match the Stack here at the HGSOP, so it looks like after doubling up Marcus, Blitz Bankroll is just going to buy back in for $100.
You know, in a cash game format, some would say that that's a great strategy to get into quick, deep stack play. And you know what they say, scared money don't make money.
Speaking of scared money, what about angry money? Blitz Bankroll making it $2 from early position with a questionable hand.
Yeah, King 10 offsuit, not the greatest hand to raise with, but with the only limper in the pot being Joseph, who has openly and publicly exclaimed his complete and utter fear of Blitzed Bankroll. Do you think that this could be a profitable, exploitative play?
No. Joseph calls, and we are going heads up to a flop.
Blitz Bankroll does make top pair, but it is a bit of a dicey board, all spades.
Now he's going to go a little less than half pot, $2 into the $4.50, and Joseph is just going to smooth call.
Absolute nightmare card on the turn for Blitz Bankroll. And yeah, you might be thinking that he's got 2 pair now, but the amount of hands he was beating just got smaller.
Yeah, this is a tricky hand for Blitz Bankroll. Sure, he's beaten hands like Queen 10, but even hands like Jack 10 or Ace Queen pick up a lot of equity.
Not to mention, you can't expect to get called down by a weaker king anymore.
Oh, now look at this. Joseph is going to lead out into the pot. Oh, now Blitz Bankroll is going to re-raise him.
Love the lead by Joseph. He knows that Blitz Bankroll is going to have a lot of top pair and it's going to get weaker. Not sure how I feel about the raise from Blitz Bankroll. If you think your opponent is leading with a draw, your raise should definitely be much bigger. This raise size looks like it's asking for a call, and the only hand that I think that calls here that Blitz Bankroll beats is Queen 10.
I agree. Not to mention, if Joseph is on a draw, he's getting great odds to continue. Which he does, by the way.
Oh, would you look at that river.
You know, with a run out like that, if I was Blitzed Bankroll, I would think that I was cursed.
You know we're all the same person, right?
Joseph is going to lead again for $18, which is honestly such a great bet sizing. Do you ever think that this is a bluff?
Well, because you are me and I am you and I'm also the player, I can tell you that I think that this is a pretty difficult spot. Joseph is a pretty splashy player, but all we've got really is a weak bluff catcher.
Blitz bankroll deep in the tank.
All the hands we beat probably would not bet for value, and we lose to all the hands that we were once dominating. Any jack? Any suited connector with spades? We really only beat like Queen 10, which I don't suspect to bet here, and a naked Ace X with the Ace of Spades, which I suspect also wouldn't bet because they have pretty decent showdown value.
Just some table talk going on as he tries to get some information from Joseph.
What is he betting with?
There's only one way to
Oh
find out.
man, no. I hate this, but it's probably just a fold. Like I'm trying to like justify a call here, but I don't think I can.
I heard a call here.
What is it? It's 20. There's
your fault,
like
you should've let
30
it
into
go
the
to
pot.
the
18 is like.
It's hard.
I mean, you told me you wanted to call. I was trying to get you to check. You told me you wanted to call. I fold.
And he's gonna make the fold.
Wow! And Joseph doesn't show his hand, but he shows the 4 of diamonds.
I think our hero just got bluffed.
Outplayed once again, this time by the Pokemon Master. If I didn't know better, I would say that this feels a lot like Poker is Hard, Part 2.
Another embarrassing loss for Blitzed Bankroll, but this time he's picking up Ace Jack of Diamonds. Let's see if he can't redeem himself.
3 limpers in the pot, and he's gonna make it $6 from the small blind.
It's a pretty sizable raise, but he is out of position for the rest of the hand, and it looks like he is going to get 2 customers.
Now I know Joseph is on the button, he's made some incredible plays, some sick bluffs against Blitz Bankroll, but I don't recognize this handsome devil across the table.
Oh, that's Dimitri, aka Unk.
Why do we call him Unk?
You know, I don't know.
Oh, but look at this, Blitz Bankroll checking back his top pair on a relatively dry board. I like this play a lot.
This might be the first good play he's made all night. It's a pretty dry board.
And you gotta protect your check back range.
And look at this, Unk taking the bait, betting out big. And even better for Blitzed Bankroll, Joseph is just gonna cold call.
And Blitz Bankroll is just gonna smooth call.
This is sick.
I think he's putting Unk on a smaller jack and he doesn't want to scare him off.
And look at that, a beautiful clean turn card for Blitzed Bankroll.
He's gonna check again and continue to lay the trap. And look, Unk is gonna go all in.
Look at this, just after a couple seconds of thought, it looks like Joseph is gonna just call.
And that's gonna give Blitzed Bankroll the green light to just shove on top. He knows he has the best hand most of the time. Do the other 2 players just have weaker jacks?
And yeah, I just don't see Joseph ever getting away from this reshove. He's getting a great price.
It looks like he is putting the chips in. He makes the call, and we are going 3 ways, all in.
The river is a 9 of spades, so Jack 9 gets there.
Unk and Joseph turn over their cards. It looks like it was Jack 10 versus Jack Queen versus Ace Jack.
Wow, what a dream spot.
Blitz Bankroll gonna scoop up a massive pot. Wow, what a cooler.
What a dream scenario for Blitzed Bankroll. Battling his way back up after getting beat up for a little bit. Let's see if he can continue to make some good plays.
Now, I know that we have this whole commentating bit thing going on, but do you think it's a bit weird that we effectively just glazed ourselves for the last 2 minutes?
Hold that thought. It looks like Blitzed Bankroll has just picked up pocket aces in the small blind.
It also feels kind of weird to me that we just like skip around hands. Like, look, we clear, like, what happened to Unk?
Even more exciting, it looks like there could be some blood here. Marcus opens up to $7 and Alicio makes the call.
You can't just switch out 2 black eyes and think that no one's gonna notice. They look completely different.
That's not enough for the Rockets, Blitz Bankroll says, and he's gonna raise it up again.
Hello?
We got a big pot
Hello?
brewing. Marcus makes the call, and Alicio
Hey,
goes all in
hey.
for less.
Anyone
Honestly,
think this
what a
is
dream
fucking
spot
weird?
for aces.
Hello?
A big pot, and we
Help?
haven't even gotten to the flop
Hello?
yet.
Can you hear me?
Which does come clean for Blitz
thing on?
Bankroll. 20. And I do like this continuation
Hello?
size. It's an
Hello?
inviting price for weaker
Hey.
hands, lower pocket pairs
Hey,
to
who's
call.
there?
And this bet is also a great way to balance out hands that might not particularly like this board, like ace, king, or pocket jacks. And Marcus, somehow, he's going to find the fold. We're going to run the turn and the river once, and Alicia's going to show pocket 3s. And it looks like Blitz Bankroll is going to scoop a sizable pot. Marcus crashing out a bit because he had pocket 6s. This video has been sponsored by liking and subscribing. If you like the content, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you're not much of a commenter, maybe just like leave an eggplant emoji or something. We're a pretty small YouTube channel, so any interaction helps a lot. Now let's get back to the hands. It looks like Blitzed Bankroll is picking up some momentum, this time in the form of King Queen of Diamonds. There's a double straddle on board, so he's gonna make it $10 with his premium. And the tank is all in.
How many diamonds, baby? Nice, baby. How much is that?
Hi, it's me, Blitzed Bankroll, the other commentator. I love poker, and everything is normal and okay.
Good to have you back, Blitz Bankroll. Looks like D and JM are tagging along. We got a couple of customers and a pretty decent sized pot brewing.
Thanks, Blitzed Bankroll. Everything is okay, and I'm safe in my own home. We got a bit of a side pot here going, and the board's gonna run out pretty decent for King Queen.
Looks like it checks around though. No one taking a stab at the pot.
Yeah, I actually don't mind the check back here. He blocks Queen 10, which is the effective nuts, but he does lose to weaker kings now, like King 9 or King Jack. And a lot of the hands that he's going to be able to value bet for, like weaker kings, are not going to be 3 streets of value hands.
The turn is a 2 of spades, and it looks like he's going to fire out now for $15.
See, now that he checked back the flop, it's really hard to put him on a strong king, and now it's a lot easier to get value from worse hands.
Even a jack might think they're good here.
Exactly.
Looks like D and JM are both non-believers gonna tag along for the river, which is a card that Blitzed Bankroll loves to see.
Looks like he's gonna check and give D a chance to bet,
which he does do. It's a bit on the small size though. I would love to see a raise from Blitzed Bankroll.
I agree. Decent sized pot for Blitzed Bankroll to scoop up, but I think he won the minimum on the river.
In the very next hand, there is a dead small blind, and D opens to $2 under the gun.
While he's on the phone, D doing business while doing business.
Looks like we got a couple of interested parties. Sko is gonna go ahead and make the call. Blitz Bankroll defends his button, and Marvin's gonna defend his big blind as well, so 4 ways.
Blitz Bankroll does catch a little bit of something here, but other than that, it's a pretty dry flop.
You know, I actually really like this bet. Blitz Bankroll really only has middle pair, but he's playing with 3 of the most aggressive people at the table. I think it's safe to say that a lot of the time, they're not gonna have a jack when they don't bet here.
I agree. And when he bets quarter pot, he's basically incentivizing anyone with a hidden set to raise.
Looks like everyone has lost interest in this pot except Sko, who's gonna make the call,
and the dealer is gonna show us the 10 of diamonds.
Shouldn't change much for either players unless Sko floated with a 10. And it looks like Sko's gonna check it on over to Blitzed Bankroll again.
And it looks like he's gonna check it back and exercise just a little bit of pot control.
The river is another jack.
And look at this, Sko leads out for $7, but immediately snapped off. Blitzed Bankroll is a non-believer, and he is gonna get paid with 3rd pair.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the last hand of part 1 of the HGSOP.
There are a lot more hands to go through during this session, but frankly, we ran out of time to edit all these hands.
And also, we don't get paid.
It's literally just me in a dark room editing these videos for like 20 hours a week.
Well, I mean, I'm there too.
You are the same person.
Oh yeah, well, if you want to see part 2 and see how this session ends, make sure to like and subscribe. Part 2 will be out soon enough.
Anyway, let's catch up on this hand. Looks like there are a couple limpers in the pot, and Marcus has made it $3.
Suited ace on the button. Pretty standard call here. You could sometimes 3-bet.
You know I love 3-betting my suited aces.
Yeah, I don't think Blitzed Bankroll has ever actually won a hand doing that.
No. There was that one time against Sko.
Anyway, it looks like JM has decided to tag along as well, and we are going 3 ways to a flop.
If I had to describe this flop with a sound, it would probably be the Nickelodeon splat noise.
Looks like it's gonna check around. No one is gonna take a stab just yet.
The turn is an ace. It's gonna check around again, which is a bit surprising. I would expect someone to stab at this pot by now.
I think you could make an argument for Blitzed Bankroll to bet here, but because everyone has checked down twice, everyone's range is so wide that it's actually gonna be really hard to get any value from the ace. People are just gonna fold.
I am inclined to agree with you, but I do think that betting here is actually all right because he's on the button. It looks like he's just trying to steal the pot.
Whoa, look at that, another ace. And now JM is gonna lead out for $7.
Really? You know what ace here, bro? I'll just give you money.
You know, the best part about this hand is Mark is verbalizing that he doesn't have an ace and he can't beat one.
Yeah, and Blitzed Bankroll showing no mercy, immediately raising it up to 30 with his trips.
And now JM is in the tank.
It doesn't fit, dude. I thought it would. It's like low-key, like...
It's like right there, like.
Could have an ace here, but fucking hell. Can't go that ace.
Everyone's more than willing to like tank verbally out loud for the whole table to hear.
Yeah, that's really funny. You're all in?
And look at this. Jam's gonna shove.
Oh, the classic tank shove.
Do you think he really slow played King Jack?
It has to be. And even if he didn't, he has a better ace.
You know, the beauty of this whole ploy is it's only $30 more. Blitzed Bankroll is pretty much locked in to call, even if he knows he's beat.
You did this! You fucking did this! Just stand. So, I mean, it might be my fault to set that about. Oh, wait, no, you did it. I called him. I mean, my trail myself. What the fuck? 59.50 total. Oh, how much? 59.50 total. This is so gross. Oh, man. How much is this? 59.50. Yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Aaron cannot have that. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's pretty juicy on, man. This is so fucked up. I mean, so pissing me fucking fall, bro. No, you can't fall. I mean, it's such a good deal. So if I call, you have to call. So fuck, man. This is another weird one. What's funny is that, like, stuff like the damn block smells like King Jack so much. I'm priced in. I call him. Yeah, King Jack.
And look, he even calls out the hand before he says he's priced in. Looks like Blitz Bankroll's making the call and paying him off.
Well done, Jam, with the King Jack slow play.
Look at that. Gets paid and now Sko is giving him the coaching pep talk.
We love to see it.
Wait, we just lost. Why are we rooting for him?
It's good for poker?